Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, and I am here with my brother. We're playing Mono Blue Merfolk in Modern, trying out Water Trap Weaver. Is this the card to bring the energy, the spike back into Mono Blue? We're gonna find out. Before we get into that though, we're gonna thank our sponsor, themanabase.com. If you need to learn about the tech behind sideboard cards, go check out Constructed Criticism by Spencer Howland on themanabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And we have Lord City. We'll keep it. Bwank! Go.
If you want to bring the spark back, you should throw in a lightning helix. Or a bolt.
Great, more of these things. I got a Lord of Atlantis. So we see a Scalding Tarn, could be Grixis, could be Jeskai Tempo. By the way, I have less... If Jeskai is going to be a big deck, I have less faith in Phantasmal Image, just because, like, one of the reasons I don't play... one of the reasons I brought back Phantasmal Image was because Electrolyze died.
There was that bolt I wanted.
He
brought the spark to you.
Yeah. This is poorly timed, Curse Catcher. This is poorly timed. Yeah, we're not going to play Curse Catcher. Just keep playing Lords. Just keep playing stuff into your removal. So we're up against Jeskai. They've done half the work for us. Maybe if this is Jeskai Death Shadow, they're already down to 14. Logic not. That's fine. Pt.2, no. $12? Yeah, there's Geist of St. Traft. Harbinger is actually fine against Geist because they're going to attack with their Geist and then we flash in Harbinger, bounce their Angel, and attempt to block Geist. Might be a bit difficult. We don't have a Cavern of Souls on us at the moment. And I think to be mana efficient, I should just keep playing Lords. There's another bolt. This is the definition of tempo. To add to the board here. I want to do more than one thing a turn, so let's Spreading Seas first. Or, yeah, let's Spreading Seas first. Let's try to cut off their red mana. Okay. I mean, not thrilled about that, but that's fine. And then next turn, the idea, like, I need another blue source so that we can play like Curse Catcher and Master the Pearl Trident on the same turn. And we're just gonna get hit for 6 here. Because I can't get hit one more time. I'm certain. And our opponent is representing now Snapcaster Mage, or maybe just counter spells, but likely Snapcaster Mage as well. Our hand is just too clunky for this situation. If I play Mare Regery, they're just going to like bolt or just kill it.
You don't know that.
There's a lot of ways that this can go wrong. I can play a second Curse Catcher and try to block the Geist with Mutavault. That's sort of a plan. Okay. And if they go Snapcaster Bolt, we can counter it with Curse Catcher. Okay. I will block that with my face. I don't have a choice. I'll let that resolve, because I like lands. But this probably means we're really doomed. attempt to block this thing. Go to 1.
And here comes the bolt to your face.
Yeah. All right, we can see. Moving on. So this is a good reason to like not play Phantasmal Image anymore. They're gonna play like with Electrolyze, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty brutal. Dismember is, what do they play for winning conditions? And Dismember is not very good. Relic is fine, but not too many. This is more of a tempo deck than an actual control deck. Dispel is good. We'll play 2 Relics, 2 Dispels, and we'll take out... Spreading Seas is not thrilling in this matchup either. Let's take out all the Spreading Seas. We could bring in... If they showed us Restoration Angel, we could bring in Dispel. We can bring in Negate. It's not bad. Okay. We had an option of taking out the Gemstone Caverns because they're a Path to Exile deck. We'll keep this. This sounds a lot better than the last one. If we can get, like, hopefully Curse Catcher can slow some of this nonsense down. We're going to put the Master of the Pearl Trident out, because if this thing gets killed, Lord of Atlantis is more valuable. And the reason for that is that way late in the game, if our opponent somehow has Sower of Temptation or Threads of Disloyalty, and they take the Lord of Atlantis, we'll let that resolve. If they somehow take the Lord of Atlantis, then it still pumps up our creatures. So if there's going to be a removal spell for this guy, then so be it. So bottom, shock. I can hold up Negate. For a bolt or a path. And I'll probably counter the Path to Exile. We don't need lands, we need the creatures.
Put out the Lord of Atlantis and smack him for 6.
I don't know what to do. We could attack, counter, negate, or... Well, they shocked. Like, they're definitely going to do something. This is not debatable. I'm going to attack. I'm going to negate something. I think Curse Catcher is useful. We can counter Anger of the Gods with what's going on here. And we don't technically commit to the board. They are not reliant on what's it called? Supreme Verdict, but they can bring it in. Oh, look at that Dispel. That's good. But they're not reliant on it. We'll bring in the Lord of Atlantis. I'll just dispel this. I have no problem with this. Like, if they had, somehow I feel like they would not use the Logic Knot if they had Supreme Verdict, or Anger of the Gods even. Or maybe they're just choked on land. Like...
Yeah, maybe we just got really lucky that first game.
Like, for example, now here's an interesting situation, because they have 2 mana up, and if they really need land or really need something, we could counter this, because we have lethal on the board right now. Okay, we'll let it resolve.
Biggest mistake.
I think it's good. There's the potential. Well, I was thinking, like, you know, we could tap them out so they can't play Anger of the Gods, but reality is if they play Anger of the Gods, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Of course.
And Yes, that will resolve. Get a land. They go to 1. Another land in play. Pass. Hopefully they do not have Verdict now.
Should put the Harbinger out there.
No! I can flash it in at instant speed.
Well, he still believes there's hope. He's got a master plan.
Cryptic Command. Well, Scalding Tarn's dead, unless they have Lightning Helix. If they have Snapcaster Mage, they can play Pt.2 so let's get the Harbinger in play. Oh, they decided to just resign. Okay, they resigned at the sight of me tapping mana. That's how I like it. Maybe we should have another negate in here. Copal is fine. Water Trap Weaver is like blah, but you know, it's something. Well, we could take out the Gemstone Caverns for, I think, a negate. You know what, let's take out one Water Trap Weaver for a negate. It's not exactly a beatdown card. It's not. It's like a 3-mana 2/2 Grizzly Bear, really, mostly for this matchup. Well, I could use that Gemstone Caverns now. We'll mulligan. This hand is not ideal, but we'll keep it.
It's great.
Put this on the bottom.
You don't know a good hand when you see it. This is practically like a royal flush.
I don't know about that.
Coming soon, Wizards of the Coast and PokerStars.com present to you.
It's interesting that they would play the land first before they Serum Visions. Like, what's the point of that? And it's this ugly Almond Cat land. Horrible taste. Horrible taste.
Any good Magic player knows it's the look of the cards that matters. The value of the card is based on how cool the picture is.
Some might say that.
Like
some might say that.
Shiny Charizard. That's right.
So if they have Geist of St. Trapped, like, we're in a lot of trouble. If they don't, then we can just play this sort of like a normal control match, where we can just be very patient. Well, not very patient. Like, you have to have a clock on the board, and I don't have that at all. So I would say that we are not in the driver's seat. Like, we lost game 1 because they could play more than one thing a turn, and we could only play one thing a turn. So we're a disadvantage there. We need to draw, like, some running lands. The Scry didn't help us. The 3 draw stops didn't help us. And I don't want to crack Relic. I think that's too greedy. I think we could... Like, there are games that are going to go super long. This one looks like it's going to be like that. And we're going to try to grind them out. We're going to grind them out. Maybe we'll draw Ether Violin. It'll turn everything around. We can't play anything.
That's right. Well,
so it looks like we're probably going to dump something.
Play Lord of Atlantis.
Oh, wait a minute, you're right, I can. I can play Lord of Atlantis. Should we play Lord of Atlantis?
Need to put something out there for his lightning bolt.
Do you know what? I think we should play yeah. I forgot about Oboro. Float both mana when you use this ability. Otherwise, the Oboro will, like, use its blue mana in advance. My opponent's like, what is going on here? This is what's going on. Throw the Master of the Pearl Shards out there. Guy could not tap mana faster. Oh, Spell Queller. Okay, so that's like a pretty good reason to have Dismember. And actually, suddenly the Water Trap Weavers are going to look useful. Well, if we're getting tempoed out, we're getting tempoed out. There's just not much we can do about that. And by not much, I mean there is nothing we can do about that. Excellent. Okay, there's Electrolyze.
Ooh.
But still, your thing is going to be tapped down for, well, a turn.
Oh, still works. It's not too bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we still get the effect. So they have no counter spells, just removal spells. I think Colonnade is about ready to get in for the attack. Oh, forget that. Yeah, Geist is pretty good. Geist is good. So by next turn, we can play Lord of Atlantis and hold up Negate. This turn, we cannot. So let's get in our Kopala. Not particularly useful right now because of how much mana they have. Counter draw card, sure. And I'm probably going to have to crack this relic. Now or later? Probably now. I can't do anything with this mana. Okay, pass. So we're going to get hit for 6, 7, 8. Can get hit up to 12 damage here.
Scary.
Let's bounce Oboro back. Player creature. Oops. Try to block a Geist of St. Trapped. We're pretty dead. We're pretty dead. They can activate Colonnade at any moment now. They've got like 5 cards in hand. There's like no way that we can protect ourselves from everything. They would need to have some incredibly bad hand at this moment. Yeah, okay, that's the. Well, we'll play it out, but we're pretty crushed. We lost this game the same way we lost game 1. We're just getting tempoed out. They could play again. Well, I mean, look how many cards. Look how many things they're doing on one turn. Bolt, Path, Lightning Helix, Geist of St. Traft, everything.
We'll see you tomorrow when Nikachu starts playing this deck instead.
It's fine, I don't need to see anymore. So, that was round 2 against Jeskai Tempo. Should I have Dismember? Maybe I should have Dismember. Dismember can kill Spell Queller. This is the first time I'm playing against Jeskai Tempo, to be honest. I know I heard the deck is on the rise. I should see how many copies of Spell Queller they have. It's a very good reason to have Dismember. But it's a double-edged sword, because they have a lot of burn in their deck. With Lightning Helix, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster Mage, so they can make pretty good use of the fact that our life total is getting pretty low. And, we can block Geist of St. Traft relatively well, but the problem is we're usually going to take 4 to the face. So, there's a bit of give or take there, but still, I think Dismember is a pretty reasonable card to have. I think our whole hand was pretty reasonable, but to spend the first 4 turns doing nothing, not where we want to be. That was awful. So that was round 2 against Jeskai Tempo. We're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. I absolutely love all my patrons. And we're going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Merfolk in Modern.